Good afternoon everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is lovely to have you here, and yeah, today we're going to do a bit of a video on the beginner's journal, which is getting quite chunky now. It's filling up. Oh, it's got something stuck in it which was making it even fatter, but yeah, it's getting chunky. So I thought today might be a good time to work on some of the pages, not necessarily embellishing, you know, the final embellishing, but pages, maybe that one, but such as, you know, these will be just embellished for writing on, but you know, maybe this needs something on it. The pages that you can't write on, you know, what can we do with the darker pages that are fully patterned but you know, need something more on them. We've got some more. We do something with this white envelope and what's inside it, and did we get something on the back of there? Yeah, maybe something on that music paper envelope. So really, yeah, just getting some pages ready for either journaling or embellishing them. So that there's lots of different ways that we can do that. Now on something like this, or a text piece, or this busy here, stickers are always a good thing for embellishment. You know, we can't write on this, but we can embellish it. Now what we can do is stick papers on it, you know, just bits, so you've got a bit of embellishing, or you know, you could completely mat it and just leave a frame around the edge, as well as stickers for, oops, get off, what's happened there, as well as stickers for embellishing. We can also use vellum. So if you remember, I did some vellum rulers, some vellum clocks. I've got all sorts of vellum stamps, but I'm just going to use these two. It's a grungy journal, this one, so I might put a couple of those on. So they kind of work like vellum stickers, really. It's just that you have to glue them, and the stickers are sticky. So we'll do that on some of the pages. We'll stick some, you know, journaling paper on some of the pages, and I have dug this out to put on that white and green envelope, and we'll do something with the inside. I have brought a stencil, my favourite Tim Holtz stencil, but any stencil will work. The makeup brushes that I use on the stencil brushes, and some inks. So I've brought Scattered Straw, Evergreen Bough, which is quite deep, I might not use much of that, old paper, and again Rustic Wilderness, which is quite a dark. So the greens are quite dark, but we might just have a touch of them here and there. So let's start on that, seeing as everything's here ready to go. It's in the middle. Can you find the middle? Yeah. Okay, so it's a beautiful green envelope, but the white is not going to go with the rest of the journal. It is grungy, and yes, we could make it a writing spot, but it's difficult to write on an envelope, especially if we're going to put, you know, much in it. And that just fit the bill beautifully, didn't it? I love that on there. So as easy as that, you can just put a picture. I'm just getting a glue page out. Put a picture on your page, and it will, you know, change the look of it completely. So it could be an image from a book. It could be, you know, something like this, a digital that you've got. It could be something that you've drawn yourself, created yourself. What else would have gone on there? One of my postcards would have gone on there. One of my sepia postcards would have covered it up lovely. A digital postcard, you know, the printing, the ones that come in the kits, one of those would go on lovely. I was just lucky to come across this perfect thing. Maybe I should have inked the edge, but I didn't, so there we go. Just straight into it. Yeah, there's a bit of white there. Now you can always ink afterwards. It's not a, let me now wait a minute. Oh, I've got a little one here, haven't I? Yeah, vintage photo. Because I've got rid of the vintage photo, and I've got the oh, I don't know if that is vintage photo now. I've got my dark one out. Oh, it's quite dry, so oh no, it's not. I re-inked this with not vintage photo, with that one, the walnut stain. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that my vintage photo? No, that's walnut stain. I've got two walnut stains. Vintage photo. Because after I'd re-inked the walnut stain, I discovered I don't like. They're not the same when you re-ink them. Now, of course, it could be user error, could be the way I'm doing it, but I find the inking very sticky. Maybe I'm overdoing it, putting too much on the pad, I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of over inking. I will always, it's a little bit dearer, but much better, in my opinion, to get a new one. And I was lucky enough to get a lot of them at a charity shop, so that means, you know, I didn't pay a lot for them. So now if I just need a new one, it is just a matter of buying one. So yeah, it's got this card inside. Now we could do the same again. We could, you know, put something on there, but it's got this beautiful acorn in the corner as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stencil the inside with something quite light. So I'm going to go with, I think that's that one, I think, and the old paper. I'm just trying to think. Let me do it on some white here and just show you. I've got a piece of white. I had lots of it a few minutes ago. What have I done with it all? Must have put it all in the to be dyed, to be coffee dyed. Yep, can't reach any of it. I'll do it on this anyway. This isn't white, but so just to show you, it's got a bit of a green tinge to it. It's shiny because I've done it on the shiny paper. It's not a shiny finish. Yeah, it is kind of the colour that's on there. It's a bit of an indescript colour, isn't it? I don't know. Old paper is quite a good description, I guess. Yep, so I'm going to just, not heavily, but you know, reasonably strongly. I'm probably not in camera, am I? All my bits and pieces are, that's it. Because yeah, because the whole idea is to bring the white down, and if I only do a little bit here and there, that won't really bring the white down much. So I'll just go lightly with that. And you don't have to keep the stencil straight and you know, line it up, and it's probably better if you don't, to be honest. You get a better background pattern. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then I'm just going to add a touch of colour. So which green did I have? Let's try this because it's an older one. This evergreen bough. Whoops! Look, you see, I made me thumb green. Yeah, it's a bit jadey colour. I'm hoping if I just do odd strokes, and it will mix in with the yeah. Let's just give it a little bit here and there, and it's kind of mixed in with the other colour, the papery colour, the old paper colour. Lid's on, that's it. Where's the lid off that? There. And then the final thing that will finish it off will be, you know, round the edge, and you'll see it kind of transform. So that kind of creates a border, and it changes the look of the whole pattern once you've got a border around it. And that's the walnut stain I'm doing around the outside. Excuse my green thumb, I'm going to have that all night now, aren't I? And then just across there a bit. Yep, okay. And I'm going to do the outside as well, because the edge of the paper could look white. So this was Happy Mail, this card and envelope. Came from Tanya, I think. Pretty sure it came from Tanya. Okay, so now we could stencil the front. We could put a picture on the front. Oh, I've just seen that envelope innard. Let's do a bit of stenciling in there as well. And I'll just use what's on the brush so that I'm not overdoing it. Now, obviously I can't do the whole envelope because I can't get inside, but it will change it. Maybe go a little bit heavier on the green here and there. Yep. So that's changed it again, and again we'll bring that pattern in, sort of corrals the pattern, sort of borders it, and so it makes it stronger because it's got a, you know, darkened edge. Okay, so I'm not sure if the camera's even picking up the stencil, but to the naked eye, you know, it's a marked difference. Sorry if I did that a bit quick. Made you dizzy. Okay, so that one's okay now. That's okay on the inside. We just need something on the outside of this. And I'm thinking about some stamp. Now I've got script stamp. What else have I got in my little drawer just here? I've got butterfly. I'm not sure butterflies. Fairies. Bear with me a minute. Can't get my drawer open all the way because there's something in front of it. Don't particularly want words. Oh, what I'm looking for is going to be at the back. A rose. I have got a tulip. I'm sure I've got a tulip somewhere. Oh, something that resembles. That's it. That's what I was looking for. It looks really nice in black, this one. Okay, so I'm going to do this with some black stays on. Just put a bit of this. Now this is not particularly sticking. Do I want that in black or do I want that in a... I'm going to do some of that in brown. Right, why won't you stay on? Let me just use a bit of super glue and see if that... Super glue? No, it's not super glue. Glue stick, see if it'll just hold it on while I... Now, don't want it all over the envelope, so we'll get a sticky note. Which side's sticky there? Just, I don't want a lot, just a bit here and there. Again, it just takes the white. Now I'm just thinking I've got an acorn there, haven't I? I don't want that on there. Missed it completely, Denise, that's it. Again, this is very faint, you maybe can't see it, I'll show you in a minute. Oh, don't need that in the middle, silly. You maybe can't see, but it is there. You can see the darker too. Yeah, I was going to put this, but it's got, and it seems to go that way with the with that acorn. Okay, so not that. Changed my mind. If it was plain, I could stamp on it, but with the acorn there, I don't think I will. Let me just put all those back over there. So, shall we get something to stick on it like we did the other one? Let's have a look in here then. Oh. And there's a... another one of those, look. A bit big there, I want something I'm not going to cut down necessarily. So these are all bits and pieces from Tanya's Etsy Digitals. So I've got birds, there's some adverts in here. A couple of them are not. That one was Anna's Odulcina scrap, but most of the Tanya's. I want something that goes that way, not that way. Just because the acorn seems to be that way. Just bear with me. I wanted it to be a quick one so we weren't looking through things. These are Anna's that I was talking about. We're getting bigger now. These are really big ones. No. Right, did I see anything at the front that I maybe liked? Yeah, I didn't want the roses, did I? To do with that smaller. Well, I don't think there was any that way on, was there? Just the postcards. There's the one with this. Right, let's just pull a few of those out and decide. Okay. So I could put it on and completely hide the acorns, or not quite, it's a bit of a leaf showing through. I quite like that one though. And I think if I just darken the edge. Oops. Cotton on the dauber. Don't know where I picked that up from. So I'll have to to go up there to hide the white. So yeah, it will oops, show a little bit of a leaf at the bottom, but that's fine. It goes with the theme. Oops, put plenty on. I want it to stick. So I needn't have stenciled it, but stamped it, but at least it gave you another idea of something you could do on the front of an envelope. Just not quite enough, high enough. Oh, that's it. At least with glue stick, you see, I could move it that little bit. You can always stamp on top of it now. Stamp around the outside, but it's got a bit of text there, so I won't. Yeah, there we go. I'll pop one of those inside it, not both of them. Nice little surprise. Okay, so that's the middle envelope done. Now we can decorate the flap and put something on there. When we do the final embellishments, we can put something in there, a sticker, etc. But let's do some of these darker pages. So I'm thinking these ones might be nice with some of the, because they're floral anyway, either some of these, yeah, vellum pieces on, or some writing spots. Oops. So of course these are good pages to put flip out writing spots on as well, but I won't do that. Oops, come off. This little, let me take it off. It attaches this edge. I'll save it for something, but it attaches to everything on your desk. It grabs, that's it. Okay, clocks is what I was looking for. So I'm leaving them on here because once you cut them off, they curl up. So I'm just cutting them off as I want them. So that's quite a strong coloured one. I like the way the light ones kind of disappear in but are there. I'm going to go for that one. And the thing about the vellum is you don't have to cut it exact. You know, if you leave a little bit on, it's practically clear, so you see whatever's behind it through it. Just make sure I don't cut any of those markings off. So because it's a ruler and it's straight, I was able to get quite close to it. But you know, if you've got something really fancy, a really intricate flower or butterfly wing or something like that, yeah, if you print it on vellum, you only have to cut close to it. You know, you don't have to do that. Just cut a shape round it, and when you stick it down, have I glued the right side there? Yeah, I have. Ooh, you little curly whirly. Yeah, when you stick it down, you can't tell that you're not cut up close. Okay, let's get this wriggler down. So it really disappears in. It's not necessarily straight, but that doesn't matter either. There is just a faint, it's as if it's stamped. Now of course it's wet at the minute. It's really disappeared in. Might have disappeared in a bit too much actually. I don't know. So let's put a journal spot on it. Now as you know, I'm the queen of tear. I love torn pieces, and when I'm doing something like this and putting journal paper on it, I like a straight edge there, and then either a rip that way, or this way. So let's just rip it down first, and then see what it looks like naturally. So I've got a straight at the top, so that's, yeah, I'll probably go top there and then rip it around that way. So hopefully it just looks like a piece of paper that's stuck to this piece, you know, either two pages stuck together or something like that. Yeah, and then that can be journaled on. You've still got this beautiful pattern showing, digital. Do I want to ink the edge? I do. You don't have to, it will just blend in if you don't. I do like an inked edge though. Oh, look at that green thumb, that's going to drive me mad all night. So when I've finished here, we are going to cook a spaghetti bolognese. I just fancied one. It's cold weather here, so yeah, it's a nice hot meal kind of day. So yep, spaghetti bolognese from scratch. We're not using homemade, you know, a jar of sauce or anything like that. We're making the sauce with tomatoes and tomato puree and some carrots. I love some carrots in my little tiny weeny chunks of carrot in my spaghetti bolognese, and we'll have some red wine in it. Oops. I've got some lovely garlic bread ready to go. So that's what we'll be doing, and we're going to empty out a cupboard under the sink. That's interesting for you, isn't it? Just to give it a clear out. Now, a label would be nice there, but I'm not going to at the moment. I'll wait and see what I do with embellishing, because, you know, I also might like it left clear. I really like that ruler. I know you very probably can't see it on the on camera. You have to trust me that it's just a hint of, and then when you look close you can see what it is. Right, where's the other one? So we might as well do them both together. Whoops, got all these out now. Let me just move them out of the way. That's it. Go on. Got everything out. Move that, move that. Oh, my rulers need to go back in, don't they? Right, so are we putting a ruler on this one as well? See, that one shows up quite well. Let's put a clock on this one, and we'll have two different. That's the front. I quite like that square one. Yeah, I don't know why I like it better than that. It just feels like the one, so that's the one we'll have. And like I say, I'm going to leave all the others attached so they can go back in that. Oops. Back in that packet and not curl up. So I'm going to do that now because, or am I? Yes. Because if not, they'll curl real bad, and I won't be able to get them back in. Oops. Yeah, I took the middle one. That's it, perfect. I mean, it doesn't matter if they curl up. If you remember, I cut a few of my butterflies up and they curled up. It's just you have a little bit of a fiddly play with them. I'll put these in here for now, they don't belong in it, but it'll keep them flat. Yeah, when you're gluing them down. So, see what I'm saying about that? I will disappear in most of it, but I'll take a lot of it out. You know, once it's down against the paper and there's no air between it and the paper, it just kind of blends right in. What did I do with my glue page? There it is. And then I think I'll do the same on this one. I will have a journal spot with paper stuck on, but I'll have a different paper and a different shape and in a different place. Okay. Oh, pulled that back on itself. Put a bit more glue under it. If it still props up, I can put the art glitter tip. Yeah, I'm not quite getting to the end. Where is the art glitter? There you are. And it is just a white bit actually. I could have cut it off, but this will do it. Lovely. There we go. Now I'm thinking you could always outline that with a felt tip if you wanted it, you know, darker and showing. I'm not going to. I quite like the way it's sort of there but not, so you know, you might do a double take to find it. Right, so I'm thinking, that one's a bit too dark and not spread out enough, so I'm thinking some of this in a square shape at the bottom. I don't want the music page on it this time, so let's see how straight I can cut it. Not too bad with a line to follow. It's the one up without the line to follow. I don't want that on the bottom. That's it. So the other one was ripped, this one's nice and too big, which was the side I cut, that one. Try and make it a bit straighter. Me as opposed to the guillotine, which is how I'll have cut the other one. Right, I feel that's way too big. So I'm going to go right down here. See, that's a nice piece now for collage. It was too much on the page. Yep, and I'm going to go in a bit more as well. There we go. Right, now do I want to, because we've got these corners here. Oh no, let's use this. This is my thing of the moment, isn't it? Let's do these kind of corners on it. Like ticket corners, I've named them. I don't know if there is a proper term for them, but at Jackson Towers they are ticket corners. There we go. I can find 3 of them. I don't know where the 4th one went. There it is. And again we'll ink it, which will make all the difference. Yes, there's not massive amounts of journaling, but there's enough. And if you don't journal on it, it's still pretty. Now, of course, if it's your journal, you can go on and embellish this. You could put a sticker hanging off it. And I was going to glue that with the ink then. You know, you could put flowers, roses, stamps, anything that we embellish with at all whatsoever, you could put on it. Hanging off it onto the page, words, things like that. Just play and have fun, whether you're a beginner or not a beginner. Sometimes we get a bit uptight when we think, you know, we know what we're doing, and then we start not taking risks or, you know, doing something different because we don't want to mess it up. You have to let all that go and just enjoy playing with it. Is my advice. Okay, so what was quite a dark page now is actually quite a light piece there, isn't it? So yeah, I might have, if it was mine, not a flower necessarily, but something over it, just tying the page into the tree might be nice. Okay, so we've done the envelope, we've done the 2 dark pages, and now I'm going to put something on these music pages. So we've got something on that side. We haven't on this side, but I was thinking about doing the middles, but seeing as we've got something on there, let's do something here. Now, we have got down this side page edge, haven't we? So I'm wondering if we should do something similar down here. And I'm thinking, let's see if I've got enough. Let me just move my phone out of the way. Enough dark stamps to do a stamp. Yeah, page edge decoration. Right, what colours? So we've got a bit of bluey grey going on there, so we don't want the reds. Let's just see if I have got stamps. Enough stamps in that colour to make one. Well, that one is. Cheers. Just bear with me while I... Is that the same one? No, but it's a Christmas one, and so is that. We don't want Christmas. Right. Yeah, if I knew I was going to do this, I could have searched through them first, but I didn't. I suppose I ought to have them into colours. I have been organising all my other... there's not a lot of bluey greys going on, to be honest, is there? No, they're not doing it for me. But you know, lots of stamps stuck together at odd angles down there would be nice. Let's do some butterflies. Let's make a butterfly border down it. Now we don't necessarily have to. Oh, these are from the kit that I've just finished using. You haven't seen the last video yet, but kit by Nanine. Now you can do them in a straight row, we could do them at an angle. There's a blue one. Yeah, you're a bit big, I want smaller ones now. I did organise some of the smaller ones. Are you too big? Oh no, you're not bad. Into here. Just so that I could find them. Yeah, you're a nice size. I think there's enough there. Let's have a little play then. So you could put them onto something, you know, to make a belly band, page edge. I'm thinking I might just have one going off at the top, flying off. Maybe the smaller one. Seems we've got a rip at the top of the page there. What do you think? I'm going to have to ink them all, so that will take me a little minute. I don't particularly want to turn the camera off and join the films because, yeah, I'm trying to get ahead, and I'm only just ahead. I think I told you yesterday. Was it? It might not have been yesterday because I'm filming out of sequence now. Anyway, in one of the films I told you we've got 3 days off, Neil and I, and I've got a blood test and I've got knee appointment, you know, for my new knee, hopefully my last one. They'll x-ray it and tell me all's good, I'm hoping, and sign me off. But I have to go to Grimsby, so that's a little way away from where I am. So it's at least a half a day job by the time I've had my appointment. And yeah, we need to take Mum shopping and all the things that we do, and then we would quite like to have a day or half a day doing some painting, and of course Neil needs half a day off if I goes back to work. So yeah, busy 3 days coming up, so I'm trying to get ahead. All that to say, I don't want to join my film. So yeah, page edge, or what would you call this? I suppose a frieze. It's a decorative edge, isn't it? You know, creating your own on a page like this. Now there's no reason when you're creating journals that you can't leave dark pages like the one we've just done and this one without anything on it, because when people work in the journals they sometimes, you know, write on paper and stick it in. I know a lot of people stick photographs and tickets and, you know, memorabilia like that into their journals, so all of which would go on a page like this. But I do like to decorate, and I do find that a lot of people that buy my journals buy them for the, you know, the decoration, the beautiful papers and the decoration that goes in. So I like to leave room for them to personalise it, but do plenty of decorating also, so they can just sit and look through a beautiful book. Now I would like a word that says butterflies, and I know that I've had one in the past in one of Nanine's kits, so I can't get in that drawer now. But yeah, I'll probably have a label there with something on it, and we'll do that with the embellishments. And I think I said last time we was on that I'm going to put a couple of postcards in there, but there's only going to be one more video on this. I've got a darkish page there, haven't I? Did I leave those open at the back? No. So we're going to embellish above those. We want 4 journal cards in there, front and back, which won't be difficult. We need to embellish just above there and there, and then we won't got anything on here, have we? That one's got something on that needs some embellishing on it. Wondering if we should stick something over that. I quite like to be able to read it though. You see, these are what I'm leaving for the journaling and what have you. They're beautiful, but they have got space where you can write on them. Oh, the inside of this. Right, let's get the inside of these and something on them, and then yeah, one more video and we'll be done. So let's have a look at stickers. Now of course I've got this here, so I don't want to be too don't want to fight it, so I don't really want anything square. I do just want maybe a bit of greenery. These are nice. Now we could have those kind of echoing each other there, mirroring each other. Is that the... yeah, I like those. So we're going to have that like that. What do we want? I'm thinking maybe a big label now. I'm going to impress you now when you look in my labels box, because it is no longer a free-for-all dig through. Look at those little wallets with colours and sizes, and yeah, impressive, huh? Right, so I want big ones and I want plain ones. So those. Oh, and there's a nice one, look. Isn't that better than watching me dig through 1,000? Just to kind of mirror this but still be able to write on it. So do we want that? Let's just have a look if this... do we want it in the middle? Maybe higher up like that. If there's anything here, right, I mean they've got music on them anyway, so we don't want those. They're not plain enough. That one's quite nice, but it's not big. And that one's plain, so no, I don't, don't dislike them, but after that, that's the size. Now, of course, I could make one like I did that great big one that we've just stuck on that page, but I like the edge on this, so excuse me while I rattle. So we'll put that in there, that there. And when that opens, it could do with something there if it's that way, couldn't it? Do we want one of those either side? Let's just check. Oops, I was in the wrong bit. I want one of those either side. It would go in and be hidden if I did it there, but then it's a bit unusual. No, I don't like that idea, so we'll have one there. Let me get these stuck down, because let's get some sellotape. They're just going to keep flying around, and once they're down I can forget about them, can't I? Okay, so I can't remember who it was that told me that trick, but it's an amazing trick for separating your vellum stickers. I think it works with plastic ones as well, but it definitely works with vellum stickers, and I could never get my nail in and get them open. But if you put, right, I'm not going to glue these, but sometimes you need to put glue behind vellum stickers, especially if you've had them a long time, if you don't want them to come up at all. Now obviously if this comes up, I can, ouch, I can, go under and put glue in, but they were fairly sticky, so yeah, I like that a lot. So let's put this one here. I've lost my bit of sellotape. I stuck it on my desk, I'm sure I did. Well, it's probably stuck to my jumper or something. Would you believe it? Yes, you would, I know. I can just see that glue, my glue is open as well. So you stick it on the washy side, so find out which is the sticky, the clear side. Stick it to the washy. And that's where I would have put it naturally. It might have ended up on the floor, I don't know. But then, yeah, be aware that they curl up. Is that where I'm going? I think so. Hey mister. Am I on? Yeah. Where's my cloth? Yes, I really like those. So I'm wondering what else I might want. I have got some more stickers that could go behind there. That's quite a nice one, isn't it? No, they look like a bit dropped off. Oh dear. Gosh. I don't know what that was. I do like that on both sides, but not both sides together, so what am I going to put on the other side? Let me just have a look if there's anything else that's really going to... oh, now there's all these. Let's have a look. They're not quite as big as this, so I'll never have one as big as that, but I might have something similar. Oh. You're not a bad size, are you? Or you. You're the same as that. Yeah, okay, they're me two big ones. Yeah, I think I've shown you these before, but if I haven't, they're just photograph album inserts. So they're sealed all the way around, and you know, they're quite big for it, and I just cut them off where I want them. I've got one there. Look, so I can fill them with big things, and there's a pocket both sides, or I can just cut them down if I want things like this. And then, yeah, so much easier to find those now. Okay, let's get rid of it. Stop gossiping and get on with some work. Yeah, I quite like this one. It's sort of Art Deco, isn't it? And that is a little bit Art Deco. So what do we think? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I do quite like that on there, actually. Okay. So again, not overly decorated, but enough to, you know, give it a bit of personality. I mean, it can be written on, actually, this music paper, because it's got a lot of space, white space. But you know, if you have very full-on music paper, these are good ways to, you know, allow you to put a bit of writing down and it stand out. Oh, see, this one looks a bit big now, doesn't it? Does this one look too big now? I can't go as high up on there, but I could go low down. Yeah. It's just at odds. It was just a bit too big compared to the one over the page. So, now I am thinking that these are Junk with Steph on Etsy. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 75% thinking that that's whose labels they are. I may be completely wrong. I'm sorry if I am. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So we have, I wish I'd brought those photos now. We have, what have we done? Where is it? Where's the page? Oh, I didn't do that one because it had something on it, didn't I? I did this one. You can't see it probably in the camera, but it's got that lovely ruler down it, and then this here. And like I say, you could put a label, small label down here, and still see that beautiful just get them out a minute. Where's the ones I just had? Didn't put them away, did I? Okay. Here's me bragging how easy they are to... Nope, there they are. How easy they are to find. I know something, they're easy to put away. So we could have one of those. No, I think it wants to be bigger rather than smaller. Or we could have one of these which are smaller. So these are Tina's at Shabby Dabby Doodah. No, I just feel it needs to connect some way to that page. That's definitely too big. Just see if I've got any more I like better. Oh, that's a fancy pants, isn't it? No, I like the elongated one. That one. Just like the curve of that one. I think it's going to be that one. Just try one more. That's curvy. No, I think that's the one. So I wasn't going to put one on, but I am now. Talked myself into it. So you see, they're all ready to go back now on those two. Just need it touching a little bit. Maybe I should go right over to the edge. Ink it. So I was wrapping up and showing you what we'd done. And then I decided to add something. That's me all over. So I hope you're having a lovely Wednesday. Like I say, it's often my Wednesday off, so this one will be a sort of a bonus, but I'm playing catch up a bit, so where there? Yeah, there. So kind of a bonus video for you, a catch up video for me. Yep, so we did that one. I'm definitely thinking a word when we embellish, a word up there. That one, no, we didn't do that one, we did this one. this lovely envelope front, the lovely card, oops, inside with a bit of a freebie in it. Probably end up with more things in there, perhaps a couple of my vintage photos in there. Yeah, we're going to have those sepia postcards in there. I like the butterflies, and again probably a word at the top. That beautiful clock and a journal spot. I think that's as far back as we went, isn't it? We need to put something in there as well. That's the tip out. Oh, I've got a butterfly, got a bit of a butterfly theme, yeah. So we might put something on here next time when we embellish the front and back, and yeah, that will be it. It will be finished then, ready to go to its new owner. Some lace on the outside there. Lace or material, I don't know what yet. And maybe trim these down a little bit. Okay, so thank you so much for spending an hour, half an hour with me, 3/4 of an hour with me today. It's been lovely. And on the Thursday, remember, it is my day for Bluebell Woods, a brand new kit from Nanine at Collage Type and Tanya at Tatty Treasure. So can't wait to show you that. Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.